Straight Talk with your host Reggie B. Come on, let's all join in. Free your voice, it's your choice, alright here. Oh, Simply Straight Talk.
Hello, Simply Straight Talk family. Are you ready for another real life topic? Well, today we're talking about what's your life purpose? You know the questions we ask ourselves in private. Why am I in the same place? Is there something better for me? Just stay tuned and let's discuss it with your host, Reggie, right here on Simply Straight Talk.
Welcome. This is Simply Straight Talk with your host, Reggie. And today we're going to get into one of these topics that there have been so many books written about, so many blog articles. But you know what? We need to talk real talk. We need to be straight up about this subject. And what we're talking about today is your life purpose. What is your life purpose? Now, the more I hear people talk about this, the more I hear people thinking that, it sounds like people really don't know what direction to go in, because everything sort of leads you in different directions when you talk about your life purpose. Because to me, it just seems as if when you ask somebody or someone asks themselves, what is my life purpose? That's pretty vague. That's pretty big. So I think we need to narrow this thing down. We need to put it into the perspective of when we're talking about what is my life purpose, we're talking about you. That's right, Straight Talk family. We want to talk to you as individuals. You have to ask yourself this question, because the question is, what is my life purpose? And I'm asking you, what is your life purpose? So I think we need to make it so that it's more manageable and it doesn't bring in a whole lot of baggage when you just use the terms life purpose. Because when you're talking about life purpose, you got to ask yourself pretty much like, well, who am I? Where do I want to belong? Where do I feel more fulfilled? Now, for some people, this can be a variety of things. So we're going to kind of dig into this and kind of go like in a couple different directions to kind of determine about where's my life purpose. Now, for some people, this is a spiritual question. For some people, this is a career question. And for other people, this is pretty much a, humanitarian question. So you have to figure out which one of those three does this fit for you. When you're looking and wanting to discuss your life purpose, how does it fit for you? Where do you fit? Are you looking at your life purpose as a humanitarian aspect? Are you looking at it as a, career aspect? How are you looking at your life purpose? How do you feel you want to contribute? And does your life purpose really mean that you're contributing to other people? Maybe your life purpose is just being happy within yourself. And that's what we have to look at. That's what we have to consider. What is it? What is it about your life purpose? And have you achieved your life purpose? Have you determined what your life purpose is? Are you on the road you need to fulfilling your life purpose? So these are the things that we're going to talk about. These are the things that we're going to kind of dive into during this part of the show. And, because I want you to be on the path that you feel is best for you. I want you to find out, like, where are you going to be happy? Where are you going to get the most out of life? Because that's what makes life special. That's what makes you want to get up in the morning. That's what makes you want to go to work, be with family, be with friends. That's ultimately what makes you fulfilled. When you're doing what makes you happy, when you're doing the things or the job or you're living the life that you feel give purpose to you and give purpose to those around you. So that's some of the stuff we got to talk about. And it's a lot. It is a lot. And you're going to see a lot of stuff out there about 5 minutes to get in your life purpose, 10 minutes to get in your life purpose, 20 minutes. Take this survey, take this test, and you'll know your life purpose. And you know what you find out? That you're right back at square one and you don't have any answers. I mean, come on, man. If finding your life purpose was easy and you could do it in 5 minutes, we wouldn't be asking this question. People would not be writing books and selling them if people knew the answer to this question. Come on now. Come on, 5 minutes and you find your life purpose. Or take this survey asking you would you eat this food or this food? Would you like this picture or that picture? Would you rather be living here or living there? Do you like the ocean or do you like the beach? Come on. It is not that simple. It is not that simple when it comes to answering the question of what is my life purpose? Okay. But like we said, it boils down to a few things, and we're going to try to help you today by kind of figuring out some of those things. And what I want to do is kind of get into a couple of things and kind of maybe guide you or put you on the path to finding your life purpose, because finding your life purpose is uncomfortable. Because it's going to mean change. It's going to mean a new direction. It's going to mean taking chances. I mean, I'm just being honest with you. I don't want you to think that, finding your life purpose is going to be as simple as moving to a new city or moving into a new neighborhood or, simply going back to school. It's more than that. It really is more than that, because it's more of an internal thing. It's about you. It's about what drives you. It's about what is it that you will go to bed thinking about it, feeling good, and wake up in the morning excited about it. Because most of us now, when we go to work, we come home, we go to bed, we try not to think about work. Then when we get up in the morning, we're upset because we're going to work, and that's not the life that we should be living. Okay, so a couple of things I want to talk about is, first, finding what you enjoy doing and passionate about. That is the key. That is one of the keys, actually. And the only way to do that is you have to try different things. You have to be willing to put yourself out there and try different things. That's how you find out what you enjoy doing. Now, one thing I notice is some people will say, I want to be a writer. And, they want to be a writer and they try writing. They start off with it and they kind of like, I like it, but I'm not fond of it. But they really find out, like, you know what? I really love designing book covers. I really love creative artwork. So even though they thought their passion and purpose was one thing, but they're coming to find out that their passion and purpose is really something else. Now, even though it can be attached to what they thought they were liking, but they're finding out that, it was something else. So that's why I want to say this. When you're looking into finding out what your passion is, what your purpose is, and you start exploring these different projects, whether it's music, books, a new business, try to learn the different aspects of it. Because when you start learning the process and the protocols and the procedures for doing something, you may find out that your passion is one of the things that's attached to it. It's not necessarily the main thing. If you say you want to be an actor, so you get out there and you start acting, but in the process of taking roles, you're learning that, wow, I really like the production process. I really like the directing process, or I really like the sound engineer process, or the casting process, or the location process. Some people enjoy the fact of being a locator for movies. And a locator is somebody who basically just goes to different cities where they're going to be shooting the movie, and they find certain sets, certain scenes, certain areas, storefront, places to actually shoot the scenes. And they love that because they can visualize where the scene is going to be. They're using their visual creativity to help bring the movie to life. And that could be you. So another thing I want to mention is some people feel like having a life purpose means your life purpose has to involve helping people. And that's not necessarily true. Whatever you want to do in life, your happiness does not have to be centered around being a part of a volunteer program. Now, you may like that. You may enjoy doing it, but it doesn't mean that that is your passion. It doesn't mean that that's not where your purpose will be in life. Now, everybody has a purpose in life. But I think the big problem we have right now is a lot of people, when they say, what is my purpose in life? They automatically put themselves at the forefront of some type of huge program where they're doing all this humanitarian work, where they're doing all of this, social awareness stuff. They put themselves in the front of movements and stuff like that. And, that's not always about where your life purpose is. Remember, Your purpose in life is directed towards you. It's about you, your happiness. What do you enjoy doing? Because whatever you enjoy doing in life, it means that can be given back to society in some way. So it doesn't always mean that you have to be a part of some type of environmental program, some type of animal protection program, a homeless program. It means that you're doing something to where you can contribute, and you can contribute in different ways. It's just up to you to determine how you want to do that and where is your passion when it comes to doing that. Because you'll be surprised. Like I said, you can be a graphic designer and you can still contribute, because you might say, you know what, the autism group would like some graphic design work done for their website, and you can donate some of your time to create that for them. So, finding your purpose shouldn't always be centered around the fact that it has to involve this massive movement for other people, because it should be a massive movement for you to find out where you want to be in life, doing what you enjoy, what you're passionate about, waking up and being excited about it. Come on, people. The purpose of life is sometimes you have to be a little selfish. You have to be selfish. What is the purpose of putting yourself in a position to where you're doing so much for others, but you're miserable? Because you are not doing for you. You're not giving anything back to you. See, one of the biggest things I really want people to learn in life is the fact that you have to feed yourself, and the people around you should be feeding you. You feed each other. So if you're living a life to where the purpose of your life is not feeding you, then you're not going to be happy. You're not going to be content. You're not going to be sincere about what you're doing. You're going to end up just going through the motions, and you're going to end up drained because you're putting so much into everybody else. You're putting so much into other people, and nothing is coming back to you. And we can't have that. We need you to make sure that whatever your purpose of life, when you determine what your purpose is, that you are being fed as well, that you are being energized by your purpose, that your purpose is helping you to thrive, not just you helping other people to thrive, but you are thriving as well. Now, another point that I want to bring up about, what is your purpose in life, or finding your purpose in life, is, we set aside time for different things. We always do. We always set aside time to go to the movie, time to go on dates, time to spend time with family, friends, whatever, even time for work. And that's where most of us spend the majority of our time in life, is at work. But what I need you to do is treat your passion, whatever put it like this, the efforts you want, the efforts you put into finding your passion, I need you to treat it like a budget. Set aside time each week to focus on something that you want to be passionate about, or something that you feel passionate about, that you can actually try it. Start exploring different things. If you creativity, start actually kind of like getting in there and getting your hands on and actually learning and starting to research different things so you can truly find out what you're passionate about and actually do it. Don't just read about it, do it. If you want to write a book, actually try to write a book. Do it and see if you really enjoy it. Same thing, movies, videos, photography, anything you feel like you enjoy and you want to try it. That's how you find your passion. You have to do that. You have to set aside time that you can actually do these things. Arts and craft, pottery, all this stuff, making jewelry, whatever it is, making t-shirts. Try it. Literally try it. Because that's how you begin to find out and weed out the things you don't like and the things that you do like. And then you can sort of narrow it down to kind of put yourself in a position like, okay, this is what I truly love. I really want to pursue this. I enjoy doing this. And you will find this out because you know what? When you start doing something, you'll find that you start going back to one place. And when you start going back to that place, you start noticing that you have a feeling of happiness. Like, man, I love this. You're excited about it. You're motivated. You're inspired. You're like, you look forward to that process in whatever you're doing. So that's very, very important to set aside time to actually explore different things. All right, people, right here on Simply Straight Talk, I love you, family. I appreciate you guys. I always love you for listening. I need you to stay locked in. We're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back because we're going to dig a little bit further into this. You know how we do. The second part of the show, we got to do a little bit more. Hey, but I thank you. Hang in there and we'll be right back after this quick break.
Free your mind, free your voice right here on Simply Straight Talk.
RM Viaging is a company based on life's journey and sharing life lessons with the world in the form of laughter and reflection, inspiring people to go after their dreams and not giving up on life. RM Viaging creates inspirational music and motivational speeches designed to motivate all age groups. Visit our website at www.rmviaging.com to hear samples of our music. You will also find motivational articles on our blog page titled New Life, New Mind Blog. We also have a weekly podcast hosted by Reggie called Simply Straight Talk, all on our website at www.rmviaging.com.
We're back with the conversation starter and the voice that works harder. Your host, Reggie.
All right, everybody. Thank you for staying with us and welcome back. You're listening to Simply Straight Talk with your host, Reggie. And just as a reminder, today's topic is finding your purpose. Oh, what is your purpose? I mean, do you know your purpose? I mean, I'll be honest with you. You know, one thing we like to do on this show is keep it real and just tell it straight like it is. You know, one of the biggest mistakes in my life, man, is I didn't find my purpose until very late in life. I never knew how much I enjoyed writing music, writing blog articles, you know, being right here talking to you guys. This is the stuff that I love. I wake up for it. I love it. But you know what? It took me like 30, 40 years to figure this out. I'm serious. I am so serious. Don't try to guess my age because I'm, you know, young and sexy. All right. I'm young and sexy. You just all remember that, family. But anyway, getting back to what we're talking about. Finding your purpose in life, you know, and that just, you know, brings me to a quick point, man, you know, that sometimes we wait so late in life to do things, you know what I'm saying, that we really end up missing out on so much. And, you know, I mean, I know a lot of you younger cats may not be understanding that, but some of you that's been around a while and got some real life experience, you know, you can tell people, you can tell some of these younger people, you know, don't think that everything is just, you know, when you get older, you can just do everything you used to do, because honestly, that's not true. Not true at all. But it never hurts to try. Okay, like I said, we were talking about, you know, finding your purpose in life and some of the things you can do to, you know, take those steps. And, you know, before we talked about, you know, finding what you're passionate about, you know, and, you know, what does it mean when you say finding your life purpose? Does it have to be helping people? And my honest opinion is no, it doesn't. It doesn't have to involve helping people. And then we also talked about exploring. We talked about exploring things. And I think that's really key, because I think as a youngster coming up, you know, when you're living in a low income household like I was, you know, you don't always have the funds to really participate in a lot of these programs, because everything now costs money. Everything costs money. I think it's so hard for our younger kids, for these young kids right now. That's why so many on the streets, because anytime you try to participate in any type of program, it's extremely costly, you know, the basketball, the movies. I mean, everything costs so much money right now, and it's just sad. So, you know, that just kind of hinders our children from, you know, being able to start finding things that they're passionate about early on. Because right now, if you're not going to be a rapper or a basketball or football player, a lot of these kids think you're not going to make it if you're not going into the entertainment industry. And that is so far from the truth. Okay. Anyway, you know what? I got all on a rant right there. Let me just get back to the topic. Okay. All right. So now in the second segment, you know, I really want to talk about the fact of what are some things you can do? What are some obstacles you need to overcome and in finding your purpose? And one of the things I wanted to talk about was learn to get outside of your personal bubble. You have to. Because like we said in the first segment, anytime you want to move your life in a different direction, anytime you are really serious about finding your purpose, that means you have got to step outside of your comfort zone. You have to, because you're going to have to try different things. You have to get outside of your comfort zone. And doing that is going to mean change. It's going to mean change. It's going to mean sacrifice. It means that, you can't be doing some of the things you used to do. Instead of going out or maybe hanging out with friends, you may have to focus on this, you may have to focus on this class you're taking or focus on the work that you're doing, because, you're stepping outside of your bubble. You got to get outside of your comfort zone. You got to do things that, you may feel like I'm really an artsy, crafty person, but you never taken an art class. Maybe you don't feel comfortable around other people because it's new and you feel like you're not going to be as good. Well, if you want to find your passion, you got to get involved in things like that, because that's how you maneuver yourself. That's how you reposition yourself in life. You got to step outside of your bubble. You got to put yourself in the place to where like, this is uncomfortable. I never tried this before. This is something new. But you know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Because if this can change my life, if this could put me on the road to where I am living my purpose and a happy, fulfilled life, then I need to be here and I need to be doing it. So you got to step outside of your personal bubble. The next thing I want to talk about is criticism from other people, overcoming the fear of criticism to fulfill your purpose. Because anytime you talk about making a change in your life, people are going to talk about you. Now, some people are going to be very positive and say, hey, you can do it. I think you should. It's the right choice. Then you're going to have a lot of people who are just like, oh, why are you doing that? You're not going to make no money off that. Oh, that's not going to work. Nobody does that anymore. I've never seen you do it. What makes you think you can do that? You always got these people who want to bring these negative questions, negative mindsets when you're trying to do something different. Because when you've determined that, this is my purpose, this is the direction I want to go, you really have to be careful about letting the words of people who do not understand that your purpose for a happy life is yours. You finding your purpose in life is about finding your happiness, a place where you're content, not them. So for them telling you that it doesn't matter, you shouldn't be doing it, they don't understand it, it's not for them to understand. They need to be trying to find their own purpose. Critiquing you and criticizing you and trying to fill your head with doubt and fear about something that you are now finding joy and passion in, that's just wrong. And that's not a friend. That's not somebody who's trying to encourage you. That's not somebody who's trying to feed you. That's somebody who hasn't found their purpose in life. So you know what they're doing? They don't want you to find yours. They are living in the bubble life that is full of shortcomings, and they want you to sit right beside them and travel on that same road. Say no. Say no. Don't listen to other people's criticism, and don't fall into that road of fear where you do not step out on faith to do what's in your heart. Now, one more thing I want to talk about is you got to remember that when you're finding your purpose, you're in a battle. You're in a battle. Anytime you decide to strike out and find your purpose in life, you're going to engage in a battle. And this is a battle against yourself, because mentally you're going to have to try to overcome the doubt and fear in your mind. Then you got to overcome the criticism and doubt that in other people that they are putting on you. So you have to find a way to balance all this. And really, it's not even balancing. You got to find a way to win this fight. And that is by keeping the positive mindset that you're trying something new and remembering that this battle is for you. You finding happiness, you finding contentment, you finding joy. So you have to silence those voices of negativity in your mind, and you have to reject those voices of, doubt and fear from other people, because like I said, they don't care. They're living a life of plain and simpleness, and they want you to actually live in that same thing. And it's just crazy. It's crazy that people will be like that. But anything you want in life, you have to fight for. If you want a better life, you got to fight for it. You want a better job, you got to fight for it. Everything in life is going to involve some type of battle. You just have to mentally prepare yourself because this is all a mental battle. This is not physical. This is mental. This is mental. Mentally, you have to prepare yourself for the negativity. That's your enemy. Negativity and fear, because they are going to be coming. You might have that little small voice of negativity and fear in your head, and then you're going to definitely have that negativity and fear coming from other people around you. So you have to learn when to shut the door and set up the fort and say, no, you're not coming in. I'm not hearing that. You're not coming in. And you have to do the same thing. Retrain yourself. I call it a new life, new mind. In order to have a new life, you got to have a new mindset. So retrain your mind to believe in you because you and your purpose and your goals in life matter. So you need to stay focused on that. Remember, it's a battle, but it's a battle that you can win if you want to. Okay. Now, as you all know, it's about time for us to take another break. When we come back, we will be coming back with my final thoughts. And I hope this thing is really helping you guys. And as always, you know, it ain't nothing but love and respect for my Simple Straight Talk family. Y'all stay tuned. We'll be right back with the final thoughts of the show.
This is Simply Straight Talk with your host, Reggie, bringing the conversation straight to you.
RM Viaging is a company based on life's journey and sharing life lessons with the world in the form of laughter and reflection, inspiring people to go after their dreams and not giving up on life. RM Viaging creates inspirational music and motivational speeches designed to motivate all age groups. Visit our website at www.rmviaging.com to hear samples of our music. You will also find motivational articles on our blog page titled New Life, New Mind blog. We also have a weekly podcast hosted by Reggie called Simply Straight Talk, all on our website at www.rmviaging.com.
Are you ready for the straight truth? Reggie, what's the final word for today?
We are back. Welcome back, Straight Talk family. And we are going to wrap up the show today with the final thoughts. And, you know, we've been talking today about finding your purpose for life. What is your purpose for life? And one of the things I wanted you to know is, one of the things I want you to know is that life is about happiness. It's about you finding what you are happy doing, what fulfills you. When you get up in the morning, when you go to bed at night, even when you come home at the end of the day, you know, what is it that brings you joy, that gives you satisfaction in knowing that you have done something, you have completed something, or you were a part of something that made a difference to you. It's not always about you trying to satisfy other people. We have to learn in life that we have to do something that satisfies ourselves. When we feel fulfilled, when we feel that we have contributed something to whether it's a project, a group, an organization, or more importantly to ourselves, you know, there's a level of satisfaction that just cannot be replaced. There's a level of joy and contentment and happiness in life that you just can't replace it anywhere else. Because there's something good about being able to do something that you find joy in and coming home and talking about it to that significant other, because they will be able to feel and understand that joy because it's going to show in everything you do. And this makes you a much happier person at home, around your friends, around family. It just makes you a different person. When a woman is doing something that fulfills her, it makes her a happier person in the home. And it does the same thing for a man. When a man is doing something that's fulfilling and brings him joy, it makes him feel as if he's valued. It makes her feel valued. So I think it's important for us to remember, whatever you're doing, make sure that it is helping you to reach the purpose in your life. And don't be afraid to step out of that bubble, step out of that comfort zone in order to pursue what makes you happy, to give you clarity and understanding that your life does require a bit of selfishness to find what matters to you and make you happy. Because your life purpose is not always about your best friend. It's not always about the person who hangs out with you. It's about you being happy and doing something, contributing to what you feel is important, not what everybody else feels. And don't forget, we talked about the whole negativity. We talked about fear and doubt. It's without question that you are going to come across people who simply will not be able to understand that you're pursuing your passion. They will not understand your love for something. And they will find more joy in bringing negativity and fear and doubt into your dream than they will in uplifting you and motivating you. So make sure that whatever you're doing, go after your dreams, steps outside of your bubble, and be what makes you happy. Live the life that makes you happy. A good life now, a legal life. Don't go out acting crazy. But live the life that makes you happy. Find out what brings you joy, what brings you passion. And the way to do that is simply exploring. And remember, this is not a 5-minute video. There's not going to be a 10-minute or 1-hour answer. There's no quiz that's going to tell you all this. You're going to learn your passion in life by trying and doing different things. So it's going to take some time. So get out of the mindset that you can watch somebody's 5-minute video or listen to a 2-hour speaker and all of a sudden you're going to have this lifelong revelation. No. Now, it may give you some guidance, and that's all this show is meant to do right now. This topic is just simply meant to give you guidance on how to find your life purpose. Hey, this is Reggie, and I just want to thank everybody for being with us today, and I really hope you guys love the show. And if you do enjoy this show, hey, spread the word, pass it on, tell your friends, tell your family, have other people check out the show. Let's share the conversation. You know what I'm saying? Hey, but I appreciate you guys being here. I really love you, and I thank you, and I hope this information is helpful. So once again, make sure you share it, and don't forget to check out our website, www.rmvigene.com. That's our parent website, and I will see you guys next time.
Simply straight talk with your host Reggie B. Come on, let's all join in. Free your voice, it's your choice, all right here. Oh, simply straight talk.